Hello, it's me, I'm back again. Where have I been? I've been away for a week. So, yeah, well, a week ago I put out a video saying I hadn't been very well. And I took a couple of days extra to sort of get over that. Look, I was well enough to put out a video, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be start coughing and spluttering, you know, when I'm trying to record myself, things like that. So still getting over it, but I'm perfectly fine to do videos from now on. I could have put a video out a couple of days ago, or 3 days ago, even 4 days ago probably. And in fact, I've been out a few times trying to, but I think what the problem was where before I'd been making a video every day. I did that actually for 34 days continuously. But I think when I stopped for about 5 days. I put a video out and then I stopped again for like a week. And it's sort of like, I wouldn't say I got out of the habit in the sense of I didn't want to do it, because I wanted to do it. I wanted to make videos. But I think there's a bit of anxiety, you know, a bit of like, I haven't done it for a few days now. How do I do it? How am I going to start making videos again? And what am I going to talk about? All the same old thoughts coming back to me, like before I was doing YouTube, and even in those first 30 days. I mean, as that went on, those thoughts weren't there anymore. I was quite happy just to go out every night and make sure I made a video, made a, you know, the best I could, and do a good video. But suddenly, in the last couple of days, it's like, I mean, it's got to be a good one. You know, people are expecting something, and there's all that sort of thing, you know. And like, people are thinking, "Where are you?" Because if I didn't do it, I was worried about not doing it. If I did it, it had to be a good one. It's like, well, you know, what do I do? How do I do it? What do I talk about? All the same old things came back to my head again. But is that anxiety? I don't know. I don't like to think that I've got anything wrong with me at all, so I don't like to think I've got anxiety. But maybe a bit of that kicked in, you know what I mean? So anyway, I am back. So what's been happening with me personally? I've got a still going forward with that job at the car sales. It's taken a little while to on board they call it. I knew it would do. Just waiting for references to come back. I know that one reference has definitely come back. He sent me a copy of it, one of the guys who I know was working for. I sent my army reference as well, but I think to get through the form, the paperwork for the unloading process, I want to just give 2 addresses, 2 former employees. So in the last year since I left the army, I sort of have had 2 sort of former employees, although it was almost the same job, but I had 2 bosses for different things in different ways. But anyway, so one's come back. The other one, I haven't heard yet if it's come back or not, but fingers crossed. That was the job that I left all of a sudden, sort of like I quit that job. So, you know, they could get nasty with me, but I hope I left on good terms, really, with the management anyway. It's nice to think so, but if they want to be a bit nasty, I suppose they could. Anyway, so what else has been happening? Well, not a lot really. I mean, we've been out of walks of Wish, and I've been trying to get the ideas to make better videos. So what has been happening? Well, I have been thinking a lot about YouTube, been watching a lot of YouTube, and I've got back into that habit of looking at YouTube videos to try and think, how am I going to do YouTube better, instead of just actually doing YouTube. So at the end of the day, that it's taken me a week since my last video, and that's a long time for me. And yeah, I did get out of the habit a little bit. Did get a bit of nerves, a bit of anxiety maybe. I'm trying to think of good ideas to come up with for a video, and there's a couple of ideas I've been thinking about, but it seems appropriate just to make a quick video, just to say, look, you know, it's not been easy, and I think that's the reality of it. That, you know, you do something for a little while, you get confident at it, you leave something, you try and come back to it, and like you've got to find your, I don't know, find your mojo again, sort of thing. You know what I mean? You have to find your spark, and I felt like I was improving and getting better. I felt like my subscribers were going up and my watch time was going up, and suddenly I stopped, and like, yeah, okay, I was a bit ill for a while, but I didn't need to stop for that long. I don't know, so maybe a couple of 3 days extra, that's all. And maybe I did need to take a little bit of time just to sort of like recuperate a little bit. And maybe that was a good idea, just to rest. But I didn't want to. I wanted to make videos, really. It's just that it was difficult. I don't know if I'm going to record this part and put it in. It's just, I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I want to get a point across. Anyway, I just been doing a lot of research, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to make better videos because I really want to do this YouTube thing. I want to put my heart and soul into it, and I want to see where I get. I mean, I really do. How do you make better videos? How do you become better at making better videos? Because I think that's the secret. That's the real secret of being good on YouTube. Is to just keep trying to get that little 1% better every single time. Now that sounds obvious, but then I see people that do things and you think, why are you making a video about that? And then suddenly you've made a video about that, unless you've changed what you're thinking and what you're doing. You know, look, there's a famous quote by Jim Rohn, which goes along the lines of, if you want to have more, you have to become more. If you want things to change, then you have to change. And if you want things to get better, you have to get better. And if you improve, everything improves for you. I mean, it goes on, but essentially what he's saying, or what I think he's saying, is if you want more out of life, then you have to become more. The more you put into life with the right attitude, the right intention, the right purpose, the right positivity, the more you're going to get out of life. I mean, the flip side of that is the old adage, garbage in, garbage out. But take my little YouTube channel, right? If I want to grow my YouTube channel and make it better, how do I do it? I mean, at the end of the day, there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of videos out there telling you how to do this. But I don't think there's any real secret. Now that I've started it, I think the secret is, well, there's no secret, but just make better videos. Just keep making better videos and keep going, keep doing it. And when things go wrong, or you have to stop for a while, or you know, work gets in the way, life gets in the way, illness gets in the way, or all of those things get in the way at once, and you know, in that moment, it's difficult to, I don't know, get out of bed sometimes and face the world, I suppose, and with a smile on your face, shoulders back, and all that sort of thing, head up. But it's not always that easy, and just for a little while sometimes it can be difficult, but you do get over it. You do pass through that, and you've got to move on. And you know, so I've made videos for a few days. Get back on it. Get on doing it. Who cares? No one's died. We're all still here. I hope no one's died. But I keep making these videos and keep trying to get better. Another quote from Jim Rohn. What he said was, "Don't wish things were easier. Wish that you were better. Wish that you could have more skills and learn more things." It's basically saying life is hard, I guess, but all the things in life that you want, they're difficult to attain sometimes. You know, they're hard to attain. If I'm going to be better at YouTube, for instance, you know, it can be easy to get better, but it's also not easy. You know when things get in the way. But don't wish it was easier to attain, because, well, it wouldn't be worth getting, would it? Because everybody would be able to do it, and it wouldn't be worth that thing. It's like anything in life, you know what I mean? To get that promotion, or to get that job that you really want, or I don't know, the girl or boy or whatever, you know, you really want, then it should be hard to attain. You know, some things in life should be hard. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say also is like, don't wish for that easy life. Don't sort of like wish for no problems. You do need that bit of friction to rub along. You need to grow. You need to get better. You need to progress. Look, I'm sorry, I can see a deer up there, and I'm watching the dog miles away though. I wish you can't see it. I'm just rambling now. Look, we're actually gonna go right here. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I've lost my train of thought now. I think what I'm saying is, as you go through life, you just need to become more resilient, maybe more self-reliant. You need to be more about yourself. You need to just basically become more. You take on responsibilities. You have a family, and people are looking to you to sort of like find a solution to problems and things. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? And you've got these little eyes looking up at you. As you move through life, you become more knowledgeable. You become more. But if life was easy, you wouldn't. The challenges wouldn't be there. You would just stagnate. So I'm quite happy every time this YouTube stuff goes wrong for me. It's one big experiment in some ways, you know, that it makes me think about myself a lot. Doesn't need to. I'm not getting too uptight about it, but it's been a good thing. Like you know, how to overcome problems and how am I going to build this? What's the next stage? What do I need to do? And it's like a bit of soul search and a bit of like, it's a bit like that. I mean, I guess what Jim Rohn was saying is true. You know, if you want more out of life, you have to become more. I mean, take Jimmy Donaldson. Have you heard of Jimmy Donaldson? Yes? No? Maybe? Have you heard the name? Jimmy Donaldson. So, let me tell you about Jimmy Donaldson. Jimmy Donaldson has the most subscribed YouTube channel in history ever, with over 370 million subscribers. He started his little channel back in 2012 at the age of 13. Heard of him now? I mean, I know this for a fact. Originally, he was posting videos on games like Minecraft and Call of Duty, and later on he started posting videos on other YouTubers on guessing how much wealth they had. He also started reporting and copying on YouTube trends and what was happening on YouTube. And he also did a lot of like philanthropy and sort of like helping people, giving money to people, that sort of thing. And I think for a long time he didn't take much of a profit. Everything he earned, he put back into building his little channel. The more money he made, the more he put back into it, and it paid off. I mean, you might have guessed what I'm talking about now, but Jimmy Donaldson is also better known as Mr. Beast. Now, like him or love him or hate him or whatever, you know, you can do YouTube how you want to do YouTube. There's all sorts of ways to have a channel and do the things you want. I mean, I'm not saying we'll sure set our sights or our goals on being the next Mr. Beast or even starting a YouTube channel, but I think we've all got like dreams and ambitions and things we want to accomplish. No matter what age you are, there's always something that, I think so, there's always something like is burning away at you that maybe you'd like to do right now, you know, would like to push for. I mean, we'd all like to improve some sort of standard or situation in our lives to make things better for ourselves and our family. I mean, when we first start out on any big thing, challenge or whatever, the peak of that mountain, say, is like, it seems so far away. The challenge is just too big. But I think what we've got to do is ask yourself, what can I do right now? What can I do that's going to make a difference? What can I do that's going to make that little bit of difference towards me attaining that goal? What can make it easier? What can easier in the sense of I'm going to get there? You know, what can I make? What can I do? And how can I do it? Is there something I can do? And I think the answer is always yes. It's always something you can do that's going to bring you closer in some way to that big challenge, that big goal. Just aim to get 1% better every time you do that thing. Or if it goes wrong, you don't get that 1% this time, you try again tomorrow. It doesn't matter, because you aimed at it, and that's part of what can you do. You just keep on going. And the next day, you might make it, or the day after that, you might make that little bit of extra movement towards that goal, and eventually you'll get there. It doesn't matter how small the progress is. Each one of those tiny little steps, I mean, over time, they all add up. And like the 30-day challenge I was doing, I mean, probably couldn't see much improvement from one video to the next. But if you took the first video to the last video I did, I think the confidence has grown a lot, and maybe the way I speak maybe improved slightly. You know what I mean? That's a long way to go. But if you keep going back, you keep aiming, you keep trying, you're going to improve. The difference between a dream, say, and a target is that, yeah, a dream is winning that gold medal or being the top of your field in, you know, in some sort of sport, or I don't know, science or business or event, something like that. But a target is different. A target is something like you set yourself, you got a target and you aim at it, and you keep aiming at it, and eventually you'll hit that target. A target is something attainable, something that we can do right now, we can push towards and work towards that. And maybe it takes a lot of targets, a lot of little goals to reach that dream. I'm not saying you can't get there. I mean, targets and goals, they can be small. I think they need to be small. I think sometimes you need to break them down as much as you can, and find out the thing that you can do. That's what I was talking about. You know, what is the thing that I could possibly do to move me forward? When you break it down to the smallest point, then you'll find something. But I mean, absolutely, you've got all your emotions and your anxieties and things. They play into all this as well. You know what I mean? When you try and do something, you have your fear of failure, your fear of looking stupid, and what if I can't do it? All that stuff. It's real, very real in people's minds. I mean, I'm a massive overthinker, like a lot of people, but you can't let those emotions and things keep a hold of your mind. You know, like maybe I've done that for the last few days, but I haven't put a video out. Maybe I've allowed myself to dwell in that sort of emotional state where, how am I going to do it? What am I going to do? Is it going to be good enough? Just do it. Just put a video out. You know, I knew that the answer was that. Just try and put a video out, and then just try and get there. But I think the people that succeed, and I'm not including myself, I mean, the people that are really good at stuff, the people that do well, are the people that push past those emotions, and like the professionals, you know, the guy that wants to win a gold medal Olympics and he's having a hard time, I don't know, college, school as he's getting there, sort of thing, you know, or you know, he's got family problems going on, and he still shows up and he still does the work, and you know, and that's the mindset. That's the mindset you should have. Like, you know, the overthinking, that all those things, don't let it hijack your brain. Push it to one side and just show up. But then you could say, like, some people are built that way. Some people have got the correct mindset. I don't think that's true. I think you develop that. It's like choices you make in life, and it's never too late. You know that, you know, maybe it's too late to sort of win a gold medal as you get older in like the 100 meters in Olympics or something. Maybe that's definitely true, but it's not the end of you. You know, you can still do more. You can still accomplish a lot. But for the normal person like you and me, What does that look like? What does it look like to push past? How do you do that? How do you push past those barriers, those emotions, those everyday life challenges to get the thing that you want out of life? I mean, what if you feel like you've given up once or twice already, and you don't want to go on, like, and you hit rock bottom? How do you get up from there? How do you get up when you feel like the world's against you, and you've tried so hard and it's not worked out for you? What do you do? What's next? Well, being a big fan of Jordan Peterson, he's got a rule which says when you're challenged with things that seem overwhelming, you've got to do this. You've got to make the task small enough so that you'll do it. So what's that mean? It might mean standing looking at the problem for 20 minutes, half an hour, a day or something. You've just got to break that task down to its smallest possible element. For me, I just put into practice into making this video. I spent a few days just working out what I was going to say, what I was going to talk about, and I had a few times where I attempted it and tried to walk out in front of the camera. And even today, I didn't even know if I'm going to post this or not. I just wanted to press record and see if it works and see if I can speak in front of the camera again. It's been a week, so what? But to me, it was like it was a big deal. It was a big deal to do this. I'm walking into the sun here, I can't see a thing. But yeah, break the task down so that you do it. Make it as small as possible so that you'll do it. I mean, I think Jordan Peterson's got it dead right, because if you break that task down as small as you can, the smallest possible thing you can do, but in your mind you can do, so the smallest possible thing that you can do, then you can do it, and there's no reason why you can't do it. I think basically what I'm saying is, if you take all these small incremental improvements, all these small little things that you can do to get closer to that goal, over time they can all stack up, and you've made headway. You've made a long way towards that life you want, that thing you want, that goal you want. And I keep going back to me and YouTube. I really want to build a channel. I really want to do this, and sometimes I feel like I go backwards. Sometimes I feel like I go backwards, and sometimes I feel like that was an easy video to make, Today wasn't an easy video to make. But I know that if I keep doing it, if I keep making these videos, like Jimmy Donaldson maybe, I'll one day I'll be good at this stuff, and I'll keep getting better. I think the other important thing to do when you look at this is that you have to clearly define what the goal is that you want. What do you want out of life? What do you want? I mean, for me, doing that 30-day challenge, for instance, it was to make a video every day for 30 days. That was the goal, that was the challenge. That was accomplished. So for me, the next challenge, I guess, is to grow the channel. I keep saying it's to make better videos, but maybe that's too big a goal. I need smaller targets to break that down. It needs to be, and I need to clearly define that. So I guess that's the next thing I have to do, is clearly define what I want to do and how I'm going to get there. I mean, because look at it this way. Without a goal, you can't score, can you? You need a goal. You need to know which way you're heading. You need to know where the target is. You need to know what the goal is. Otherwise, you just run around aimlessly. You need to define to yourself what the target is, what the goal is. Because if you don't, and I think people don't, because, and I've been guilty of that before, it's very easy to sort of put a loose goal on something, so that if you don't get that goal, you can say, well, I didn't really want that, I was after this instead, and that's okay, because it doesn't really matter, because this is more important. And it gets a bit wishy-washy, a bit muddy of what the goal is, and you sort of you use it as an excuse. And I think you do it often enough, you become that person that doesn't aim at things and doesn't find goals, and you start drifting. That's definitely been me in the past, you know. I was happy to stay where I was for a while, you know what I mean? Just sort of like be in that position. But I mean, one thing I've learned in the last few years is definitely that you need a certain goal. You need to know what you want out of this, and you need to aim for it and go for it. Sometimes you get it wrong, you know. Sometimes it can cost you money. Sometimes it can cost you time. Sometimes you go in the wrong direction. But that's the other thing. The goal might move. You know, the target might move, and you've got to adjust your sights to aim at where the target is now, where the target's moved to. I guess like you would on a range or something, I suppose. But I guess things aren't going to be perfect all the time. And when you face these setbacks and things go wrong, well, it's all part of the process. It's all part of the learning. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, there'd be no challenge, like I said. No challenge, nothing would be worth attaining. If you were like this expert sportsman and you drifted through life and everything went well for you and you kept winning, when you eventually came to a situation where someone beat you, it's going to destroy you because it's always been that easy for you. You need the challenge, you need the goal, you need things to go wrong, to be honest with you. You know, you don't want things to go wrong all the time. You want to learn by these situations and improve and move on. Look, I don't even know how long this video is, and so I kept stopping it because I was coughing and stuff. I'm going to end it there. It's getting dark. I'm getting cold. There's still quite a way to walk back me over, so I need to get a bit of a stride on. And this grass has got really long all of a sudden. But look, I'm back now, making videos, and hopefully they get better. If you watched it to the end, let me know, because this is a crazy rambling, what am I talking about video. Sometimes I say to myself, what am I talking about? And this is one of them. But if I don't put this video out, I've not put a video out again for another day. I don't want that to happen. I want to be good at this stuff. I want to be good at YouTube, and I want to be good for people watching, people get some out of it maybe. I mean, I say things and I'm talking to myself as much to anybody else. I'm talking to myself like, I need to do this and I need to do that. I need to get better. I need to take smaller steps sometimes. I need to realise when I've gone the wrong way in life, and don't hold on to those regrets and push forward to the next thing. Yes, I'm another year older, or, you know, I've got less money now than I had before because I've used it on this and I've gone one way in this direction or that direction. But I'm not dead, I'm still living, I'm still alive. I can still do things. I can still do the best I can possibly do. But I'm not ready to roll over yet and give in. I want to do something. Hopefully this new job's going to be great for me. You know, I'm looking forward to starting as soon as possible. But it's not the only thing I want to do in life. And this YouTube channel, I'm really enjoying it. You know, I am really enjoying it. And yeah, it is a bit hard to get back into it when you've been away for, well, one video in probably the last 2 weeks or so. That's not good, but look, don't get hung up on that. Keep going, that's what I've got to tell myself. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Or soon. Anyway, bye.